This tutorial is going to look at a lot of little extra features that you have with My Collections. For example, when I am at the home screen, I see My Collections and I see all the files, even though it says off to the side what collection it belongs to. I can check mark any file that I want, and once it's check marked, I will go to the More tab and I will say Don't Show in Home. And by clicking that, I no longer see those files that are inside the folders, because that's kind of redundant. That file is inside this folder and that's where I should find it. So you have that option to do that. Other things you can do, down underneath the Create button, by clicking on My Collections, you will see the folders or collections that you have available. If you notice, there's a down pointing arrow at the end of each of the collections. By clicking the down pointing arrow, you have some additional options. You can create a new document, presentation, spreadsheet, form, or what have you right inside that folder, so it's automatically saved to the folder when you create it. You can share it out, which I'll be talking about in another tutorial. You can star it, which means you make it tagged as a very important file. Or under the Organize tab, you could rename it if you want to call it a different name. So if, for example, this is not Chapter 1, but is in fact Chapter 3, I can click and select that. I can change its color, which is a kind of nice feature. You can actually give your folders colors. So if I want this one to be red and this one to be my blue folder, I can do that to keep them tagged as separate colors. I can mark it as viewed, and I can download it to my computer if I want to right from here. And then I can also move the whole collection to the trash, and that would include anything inside that collection. All of these options are also available by check marking the collection name and going to the More drop down arrow, and you'll notice you have those same features right here. So let's just briefly review. I can make a new collection by clicking on My Collections and hitting the plus sign. I can move a file to a folder or a collection by check marking it and then selecting Organize, and then checking which folder I want it to go into and apply changes. I can, with that item check marked now, I can select to Don't Show it in the home view. It will now only show inside the collection. I can also, by going to My Collections and the drop down arrow, I can rename this folder. I can make it a new color. I can mark it as a star for being important, mark it as viewed, or I can download the whole folder to my computer.